I walked into a Toyota dealership in 2026, and I swear it felt like I walked into it in 1991.
It's Toyota shopping time.
This car I was looking at had just 30,000 miles on it, and it was basically new, like a time capsule. Before I show you what I'm looking at, we need to backtrack. For the past couple of months, I've been in a crazy search for a specific car that I just loved, an 80 series Toyota Land Cruiser. This truck wasn't built to be flashy, it was built to survive places where help doesn't exist. Some call it the ultimate overland all-terrain vehicle to ever exist. That reputation is why these are still on the road 30, 40, even 50 years later. And that's why what I'm about to show you makes absolutely no sense. This is my 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser. Turbo diesel, manual, oh, and right-hand drive from Japan. Oh, and I drove this off the Toyota lot in the US. Here it is, my basically brand new 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser. All right, quick pause for a second. If you're new here, my name's Chris. I've been obsessed with cars my entire life, not just owning them, but restoring them and bringing them back to life to the way they were meant to be. This channel is really not about trends or flipping cars. It's about just me sharing the passion and true love I have for these vehicles. And for everyone who's been here for years, no, this doesn't mean the evil content is done. That car is part of who I am. I just couldn't say no to this opportunity, and I honestly believe if you were in my shoes, you wouldn't have said no to this. Let me show you why I'm saying this thing is brand new. Starting with the fact that it has 38,000 miles on the car, and this interior is immaculate. Let me make you feel what I felt when I went into the dealership. Imagine it is 1991 in 2026, and you're going to go see a 1991 Land Cruiser in this condition. The question is, how the hell do you walk away from this? The answer was very clear to me. You don't. Why do I say this thing is basically brand new? Again, this is 35 years old. And if you were to see this interior in person, hopefully you guys can see this through camera. It is insane. I've been shopping around for the longest for a Land Cruiser, and I just never saw one in this condition, with all the catalogs, the manuals, the service records, the panels just like this, OEM carpets over here, and then we'll get into what this is. Manual diesel is just crazy. But when I saw this, it literally felt like it was 1991 in 2026. Take a look at this craziness. And again, for all my Land Cruiser people, the antenna works just like it should. All the way up, goes all the way down as well. Hopefully you guys can see, it's just crazy. Sunroof on top works like it should. It's insane. And then imagine seeing this in a showroom where the paint looks the way it looks, as you guys can see this in camera. Everything on it seems almost brand new. I couldn't believe it. And most importantly, this was a good part, no rust underneath, which is obviously for all my Land Cruiser people, you guys know how important it is undercoated, but I can confirm, at least from what I'm seeing, there is absolutely no rust. Another crazy part for all my Land Cruiser people, no oil leaks. Now, let's talk about the details on this car because obviously, as you guys can see, it's insane. Number one, it is a right-hand drive from Japan, turbo diesel. Not only turbo diesel, but manual turbo diesel, which is crazy. The paint on this car is phenomenal. It looks great. It really looks brand new. Some of my favorite details on all of this is how new the interior looks. And this is what really brought me to feel like, oh crap, I'm walking into a dealership and it feels like it's 1991. Leather seats, obviously reupholstered, but they look phenomenal. There's one thing I have to change here. Handbrake doesn't look apart with the interior. All the buttons, everything works. 61,000 kilometers, which again, when you convert that into US miles, we're talking about 37,000 US miles. Then we take a look at the back, and again, OEM carpets, leather seats, everything just looks new. Headliner looks great. Sunroof works the way it should. Everything was just so good. Another one of my favorite parts on this car is the trunk. You have so much space for goodies, and I'm gonna talk about what the goal is because I know that this is kind of off compared to my JDM cars and Evos and all of that, but there's a purpose for this build, and I'm gonna need all of this space for what I'm going to do. But it is just, again, I keep looking at it and I just can't believe that, again, this car is older than I am and it looks the way it looks, and I got it from a Toyota dealership in the US. It's something that you just can't make up. All right, let's take this thing for a drive. First impressions as soon as I walked out of the dealership with it, it is so slow. Take a look at this. It is literally like a tractor or a truck. That second gear, third. Once you're at third, then it kind of gets a little bit faster. Obviously, it's a turbo diesel, it's meant to have a lot of torque. Fourth and fifth are amazing, but such a long throw compared to the Evo 8. Obviously, my shifts are like instant, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then this is fifth gears feels like a normal car. But this is my number one impression of this thing, is that it is the slowest car I've ever owned. But I guess this car is not meant to be fast, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. What is the purpose of me getting a 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser? One is I wanted to get a new daily, which I know some of you guys might be like, what, 30,000 miles, 1991 Land Cruiser as a daily? But these cars were meant to be driven. These cars were meant to go out on adventures. And that's the whole purpose of me buying this car, is that I want to use it. I want to take it out on adventures. Lately, I've been wanting to connect more with nature and like go camping, overlanding, and just experience the mountains. I'm in Florida, I know that, so it's gonna require road trips. But that's the whole purpose of this car, is I want to sell my Jeep. I sold the Evo 10, and now I want to get a car that I could road trip across America and go camping, overlanding, enjoy it. And not only that, but really respect this car for what it is. What I do want to do is respect the heritage of the Land Cruiser, specifically the 80 series. So no, I'm not going to be doing anything to destroy this car. I'm going to upkeep it the best possible way. I'm going to actually be restoring more parts, believe it or not, because I know that the car seems perfect as it is, but there's a lot that still could be restored. Like the door handles not being brand new. The craziest part out of all of this is that Toyota sells most of the parts for this car still brand new from the dealership, which I'm like so happy about. And quick thing, they are so cheap, which is like amazing. But anyways, the goal for this build is, one, for it to be capable to go on long road trips, for me to daily it, but most importantly is for me to respect the car and respect the 80 series, all the enthusiasts, and get to know the community. Because again, I'm new to this community, so if you guys are watching this for the first time ever and you guys are Land Cruiser people, by all means give me tips, help me out, because I've never owned a Land Cruiser before. That being said, this doesn't mean that the Evo content is gonna stop. I know that I have the Evo that I need to finish, and I'm still gonna work on it. Honestly, the great part about getting this car is that it is in such great condition that I could daily drive it right now and I don't need to do anything. It's a certified pre-owned car from Toyota, like 1991. They did all the fluids, all the service, no leaks. They've replaced a couple of seals that were leaking. So shout out to Toyota Daytona if anybody's watching from over there. This truck, I've been driving it for the past 2 to 3 days and it feels amazing so far. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this thing. You guys are gonna get to see me do some camping road trips, some restoration on a lot of parts that I'm noticing. Again, on camera, they look perfect, but they can still be better. And I'm gonna enjoy this car. I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like always, let's stay safe and keep grinding. I'll see you guys on the next one, where we need to protect this car, the paint, the windows, everything, so we can keep it brand new. Let's go. Alrighty guys, I'm about to do something that I'm a little bit nervous about, completely different from what I've always done and all the cars that I've obviously got in and whatever. But for some reason, I am so excited for this in a way, and I just can't wait to share it with you guys. But I wanted to record this moment just so like I could come back and see this. Like, I am nervous as hell right now.